Ah,
Oh shit! I gotta do. Oh my god! Wait! I'm doing the intro today.
hell yeah.
Well, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt, aka August 8th, here with Kid Lethal, aka Keyshawn, the two boys that we should all be acquainted with at this point.
Yeah.
Keyshawn, how's it going, buddy?
It's going pretty good, man. We here today to talk about the death of exclusivity. Question mark,
Oh,
question mark, question mark.
I'm so
And I'm
excited.
gonna be and I'm gonna be obnoxious the whole time. You're not gonna be able to stand me. I'm here for it.
Oh, dude,
Toxic kid is here.
I just want to take it. Right? There's just like think about taking the exclusivity as an object, right? You just the
Yeah.
entire idea of exclusivity, just take it as like an actual like physical object. I want to take it. I want to throw into a fire. I want it to survive the fire. Then I'm gonna take
Huh?
it onto a roller coaster that I made in Roller Coaster Tycoon. I want to
Oh shoot.
accidentally rip off half of the roller coaster so that when it goes on to the giant like loop, half the loop is broken, so it flips the roller
Yeah.
coaster and then it crashes.
Damn.
And then I want it to survive that, so I
Woo.
can take it up into space, and then accidentally forget a couple like nuts and bolts, so then the entire spaceship breaks apart in the middle of space, and then it just floats away, and we just never
Damn.
see it again.
Ultimate destruction.
Ultimate destruction for exclusivity.
Complete annihilation.
I wanted someone to RKO exclusivity out the window.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Oh man, I'm excited to talk about exclusivity today. It's been a
I'm
long
excited.
time coming.
I'm excited to talk about exclusivity. How, as King David of Xbox Frontline would say, them pork begging ponies ain't buying their consoles. You know, y'all not buying y'all PS5s while y'all lost $10 billion. Here to I can't wait to get on that Helldivers 2 topic because
Man,
that just further confirms what we've been saying. This is that PC day and date.
I'm
Here
telling you,
we
man.
come. Here
I've
we
been
come.
I've been waiting. Just give me God of War. I'm gonna say it every podcast. Just give me God of War Ragnarok on PC right now. I want it so bad. Just give me it on PC right now.
Give me your whole catalog. I'm robbing you. I want everything.
I want it
Uncharted,
working.
don't care. Uncharted, don't care. I don't care how old it is. Give me it. Last of Us, give me it.
Imagine run those games.
All the Spider-Man games, give me it. All three of them. Miles Morales remastered and Spider-Man, give me it. Oh, I want all of it. I'm coming for everything, and you
Bro.
not gonna stop me.
Oh, oh man. It would be so. Oh, I know I can't. I'm gonna start crying. I'll cry right now. Like if I keep thinking about if I just keep thinking about I'm just gonna start crying. I'm like so
It's gonna be like that scene in Hunter x Hunter from the that arc where we get introduced to the Phantom Troop and they were creating that orchestra while they were tearing the city up. Yeah, man.
this shit was crazy.
Yeah, bro.
That shit was crazy. But oh man, like the all right. So we should get into it. We should get into it. So we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we gonna be cooking today.
Yeah. So
Get your George Formers out. We cooking today.
So the whole start of this conversation, which I mean, for the last I want to say couple years, I've been thinking about exclusivity and how I thought it was fucking stupid, and how I've always said I want it gone. And recently, I believe it was Xbox and Phil Spencer came out with some talks about exclusivity. I know you know probably more about the actual podcast that they had or whatever. So I'll let you explain that more, but. Long story short, they were explaining how exclusivity for games, aka games that are only on Xbox, only on PS5 consoles, etc., etc. Nothing multi-platform. They expect it to be fucking RKO'd and gone in the next 5 to 10 years. I'm gonna say probably way sooner than that. And we're already seeing positivity with this type of mindset with with being like PC day and date, and people putting up games on PC and other consoles, which is amazing. But I'll let you explain the Phil Spencer and Matt shaking my booty stuff.
So basically, what happened was like 3 weeks ago, Xbox had a business update podcast, air quotes, where they essentially were talking about. So what happened was, right, Twitter, the quote unquote, some reputable, air quotes, reputable gaming journalists, got a hold of some leaks saying that Hi-Fi Rush, Sea of Thieves, Starfield, and Indiana Jones were coming to PlayStation. That basically Xbox was going full third party, even though they already are because their games released on day and date on PC. But we'll get to that later. So Xbox, like hearing and seeing all the noise that was going on in the Twitterverse, they went and made a business update. And in that business update, Phil Spencer explicitly stated that he foresees exclusivity in the next 5 to 10 years being irrelevant. He did also state that this wasn't like some insider knowledge or anything like that. But I believe him because while Phil Spencer may be the head of Xbox, their parent company, Microsoft, is a $1 trillion company. You do not become a $1 trillion company if you don't know where the market is going or where the market trends are leading you. So if Phil Spencer is saying that, then there must be something that Microsoft is seeing in the stock market, in console sales, whatever, in game sales, whatever, that is telling them, hey, be ready, cause there ain't gonna be no such thing as exclusivity in 5 to 10 years. And some of the stuff that and this was even further backed up by Matt Booty. Matt Booty had even said that you know, the biggest games are not locked to one plastic box. I'm paraphrasing, obviously. His exact quote was like, well, the biggest games aren't on one platform," and he went on the list: Fortnite, Call of Duty, Minecraft, all well except for Fortnite. Two of these three things Xbox owns. They own Mojang. They own Activision Blizzard King. Why would you pull? Why would you cut? Why, if I can make $1 trillion, why would I cut myself off from making that $1 trillion and be content with making $1 billion? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's actually crazy.
So most of their big title Xbox anyway, their big titles are already multi-platform, and they're not going to change that. But, and we'll get into some of these topics today. Most of these market trends, there must be. I'm telling you, man, there must be something that Microsoft at large is seeing that is dictating like, hey, exclusivity is going to be going, and to the Sony fans, to the ponies and the non-ponies, your CFO Hiroki Totoki even said the same thing. He came out literally a few days later after the Xbox update and said, "Hey, man, we have to put our first party games on more platforms." He had a whole PDF PowerPoint that I'm going to throw up there because hey, that's public knowledge. I'm going to put it up there in post production, or whoever's editing this, put up there in post production. Their diagram says get PlayStation first party games on as many platforms as possible. The exact words were, "We want you to be able to play a first party PlayStation game wherever your technology can compute." That to me sounds like eventually it's going to be on Xbox and Nintendo. So get ready, your day's coming too. Just Xbox took the first leap, just like they did back in the Xbox One generation.
Good. Someone needs to make a fucking start to this because I would love. I don't understand the idea of how exclusivity, even with games, that are like live service. How you gonna lock down a live service game to a single console, and then all you got is the people on that console to play with. Now, pair this with the idea of, obviously, if Microsoft's seeing something, and if we're gonna say, stick with hypotheticals here, I'm gonna with the sales call that PlayStation had, they mentioned that they had pretty much record lows for sales when it comes to consoles. I'm gonna assume here that it's probably the same deal with Microsoft because a lot of people aren't buying consoles nowadays. A lot of people are either moving to a PC
Yep.
or they just don't want to spend the $600, $700, whatever, on a new console, and they've just
Yep.
been using some old shit, which, I mean, still kind of works, makes sense. I mean, um, and what plays really really strongly into this is that you'll see the player counts for consoles compared to PC in general. And I know you looked this up. There was for example, like Helldivers 2 had around 50,000 concurrent play for PlayStation, where Steam had 400,000 plus. Same with Power World. Power
Yep.
World had fucking what, like 1.2 million on Steam compared to, like, I mean, these are still huge numbers, but like it was like 1.2 million or something like that on Steam compared to, I want to say, like, it was like 400, or I think it was like 800K on console, which, don't get me wrong, it's a really big number, but imagine if you take the 400, we'll say 800K. Imagine if you take the 800K on console, and then you take the
Mhm.
1.2 million on PC, and then you just
Yeah.
take an eraser and you just erase the little barrier in between them, and you just stick them together. Now you have a game that has 2 million players that can all play together. Same with Helldivers 2. You got a live service game. How you gonna service a live service game if it ain't got a lot of players in it? So just take the two fucking people, take PC, take the people from console, take the people from PC, get a little fucking eraser, on like a nice what are they, like a nice uh fucking kind of pencils are those things? The nice, like, wood pencils. What's the model
Uh.
thing of the ones that we used to use in school? Like the wood ones, like the number two pencil. Take a nice take the eraser from a real fresh number two pencil, right? And just start erasing that little tiny barrier in between it, and just fucking slap those two things together. And now you got a live service game that goes from 50K concurrent to 450K concurrent. Holy shit, the game's not gonna die anymore.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
Quick maths.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say I only almost failed 2 math classes in college. Only two, almost.
Same.
But hey, I still passed those motherfuckers.
Yeah, man. Like
Um,
right now, like as of February 22nd, Power World has 25 million players.
that's
10 million of them come from Xbox alone. The other 15 come from Steam.
hey, so my numbers were a little low, but it's okay. We'll just forget I said anything about the numbers.
But it's like, but that number still holds. Like, people are playing more on Steam, or as
Oh
far as we
yeah,
know,
I
right?
personally believe that, and I'm pretty sure I'm very very right about this. There's the amount of players, amount of gamers, I should say, that play on PC compared to consoles is substantial, like absolutely substantial.
Yep.
Which is, honestly, it's crazy. It's really cool to see. I mean, it's still interesting to see how many people play on consoles still. And which we'll get into that more later on. But God, man, if you just made things multi-platform, just allowed for like the exclusivity to be gone, like for single player
Yeah.
games and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Amount of
Yep.
money that they could make, and companies just, at the end of the day, that's all they really care about. So
Yep.
why not just bite the bullet, put the shit on
Yep.
PC, and let the community just go crazy?
That part, and that's what I don't think people understand is that, like, Microsoft and PlayStation are corporations at the end of the day. They are not your friend. They don't care about what you think is best. They will do whatever's best for their bottom dollar. It just may so happen that them putting their games day and date on PC, if not day and date on each other on each other's consoles, will work out better for us.
Yeah.
But by no mistake are they doing this because we need to end exclusivity, because, like, it's good for consumers. Xbox and PlayStation realize that PC is such a lucrative untapped market. And then as far as each other's competitors go, yeah, like you said, Matt, no one has. If you bought an Xbox Series X back in 2020, anytime in the last 4 years, you ain't got no money to go drop another 500-600 for a PS5.
Yeah.
And the same for if you bought a PS5 over the past 4 years, you ain't got no money to drop on an Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
So like, you might as well. Both companies might as well suck it up. Hey, we went as far as we could go with these consoles. We're hitting a flat line, if not starting the beginning of a decline. And let's just put our games everywhere.
Yeah, I think
and may the best man win.
I think people just need to fucking realize that, because there's actually, okay, this is what I've been noticing this too. After all of the conversations with exclusivity going around the public, a lot of people, and even some people, I don't know if they'd be like they call like big names, or there people with like some pretty big communities, kept lashing out at Xbox about the idea of removing exclusivity. Like they were like, it was kind of weird. Like people were like, "Yo, like, chill, man. Like it's not that big of a deal." So I don't understand, because anyone that pretty much sees this as like an L, I think they need to like leave the early 2000s mindset. You know, they need to realize that that we're in 2024. You know, like things have changed drastically in the last 10, 20 years. Like absolutely drastically. And I feel like, and just locking a game on just one stupid ass console just doesn't make any sense anymore. Like maybe it did, 10 years ago when there was like the whole war, the whole fucking war going on, and we gotta put the boots on the Halo ground, like we gotta fight for our console, brother,
Like,
but
yeah, like
nowadays,
20
bro,
years ago.
yeah, nowadays ain't no one give a fuck, bro. Just give us
Yeah,
the shit
bro.
on PC. Let me play my games at more than 30 FPS. I'll pay the
Yeah,
money,
man.
man. Just let me do it.
Like, who wants to sit here and you play a PlayStation, but you can't play Power World? You own an Xbox, but you can't play Helldivers. Who
Hmm.
wants to do that?
Yeah, it's stupid. It just doesn't make
It's
sense. Now I get that there's now one thing I will say, um, that's nice that for especially for specifically Xbox console only people. Uh, the Game Pass that's been out for a while. I think that's fantastic.
oh
For
yeah,
especially for people who don't want to spend or give a shit about getting a PC, because uh I would see I would see having a game, like if I had a console and I didn't want to spend the money on a PC, I didn't want to care about dealing with PC gaming and understanding a
yeah,
PC and stuff. I just wanted to play on my little ass console, whatever. Having that Game Pass is amazing. That's such a fantastic thing to have if you're on console. Um,
facts.
but other than that, I don't see the benefit of having a console. Which it's just kind of it's unfortunate, to say the
Yeah, man.
least. It's
And
pretty
it's like,
unfortunate.
it infuriates me as a gamer to hear people arguing over a plastic box
Yeah,
because they want their game to be on their box only. Like, bro,
man needs to
the
chill,
reason
bro.
why the reason why we had consoles was because back in the day when you had them fat back PCs, they could not run the software that is video games. So you had to create consoles to fulfill that task. But now technology has come so far, PCs can do that while simultaneously having YouTube open in the background.
Hmm.
Like, bro, I don't know. Granted, I only have one monitor, but I know for a fact when I'm playing Power, I got a podcast on in the background.
Yo, I'll be honest
Like,
with you, Chief. I get yelled at this literally every single time I'm hanging out with my friends. They because it's become a meme at this point. I always have a Twitch stream open on my second
yeah,
monitor. Like my ADHD, I need it. Like I need something to listen to while, like, if I'm locked in playing Valorant or doing whatever where I need full focus, motherfucker, I'll still have a Twitch stream open, and they know I do. I can't hide it anymore. They just know.
Yeah.
I got no. So I didn't realize it's actually kind of funny. If you Discord stream, like you're if I Discord share my one screen,
Mhm.
uh, you can hear the and any audio that comes into any of my monitors, you can still hear it through the Discord stream. So
Yeah.
I'm screen sharing with Richie the one day, and he's helping me with some stuff. And I left the stream on just because we were just chilling, like, nothing going crazy. And he's like, and all of a sudden he goes, it was like 5 minutes in, he goes, bro, can you fucking mute your Twitch stream that you have in your other monitor? I was like, ah, shit, he caught me.
Yeah. Oh no, he caught me.
He's like, can you fucking turn your ADHD brain off for 2 seconds and just mute the Twitch stream so we can figure some stuff out? I was like, all right, all right.
No promises. No promises.
So, yeah, I just it's things have evolved and grown so much
Yep.
in the last 5 years to say that it's just consoles becoming so obsolete, which is
Like
like
the
it's
fact
sad to
that
say, but it is.
it is because like bro, the fact that if you remember when we were when Microsoft and Sony were ramping up the hype train for PS5 and Series X, what was the one thing that they were saying? These consoles are as powerful as a PC. Well, why wouldn't I just go get a PC if I can afford one?
Yeah, and honestly, I would
Like
say I could see. Yeah, they might be strong. I would say I would compare them to like probably like a low to mid tier PC.
exactly, like something you bought like a pre-built PC you can buy off like Best Buy.
Yeah, I could probably build a piece. And then probably if you like yeah, a pre-build would be a fucking perfect example for a conversation like this
Yeah,
because you can get like a pre-build like a mid-tier pre-built probably for like $1,000. That's
yep,
pre-built. You can get them way less if you do it all yourself.
yep,
But yeah, pre-built would be a great example. They get kind of expensive for no reason.
hell yeah,
But yeah, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that it's come to this type of mindset with consoles.
yeah,
But
yeah,
I think it's good because now people are starting to realize that these motherfuckers are serious, bro. These motherfuckers
yeah.
want to remove this shit and they're ready to do it. And they don't care anymore.
Yeah, if it meant for Microsoft and PlayStation that they could like save a shit ton of money, I gotta edit that out. A crap ton of money, right?
Bro, I'd be cursing this. I know we gotta stop, bro. I've been cursing,
Yeah,
bro. I got it. Well, then one of these podcasts, we're gonna. I know we spoke about it. We're
the
gonna make it. We're gonna try so hard to not curse on one of our
the no
episodes.
the no swear challenge.
It's a no swear.
Impossible.
Yeah, it's just unruly. There's no way.
But like, uh, the fact of the matter is that like these games, these consoles, they're like if Microsoft and Sony could save a buck, cause like you see it now, they're laying people off to cut costs.
Yeah, yeah. That
To,
was
to make
huge.
to make a quick buck, they're telling people, "Hey, your job and the contributions you make to this company are meaningless. Get lost."
They
You mean to
made
tell me?
massive.
You mean to tell me that? You mean to tell me that if a company would fire people to cut costs and to artificially boost their like numbers, right? Oh, we made $1 billion in sales this month or this year. You mean to tell me that? You mean to tell me that they wouldn't dare completely cut out consoles if it meant that they could save $1 billion more dollars? Come on, man, be real. Be for real. There's a reason why Walmart and Best Buy are saying, "Hey, we're no longer keeping physical games on the shelves anymore."
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, I can't remember the last time I touched a physical disc
Right.
for anything.
Anything, bro. Like my music, I stream it.
Yeah.
Movies, I stream it. Everything is streamed. Everything's digital. There is no physical. You have a digital footprint, and that's it now.
I feel like you know how floppy disks used to be like
Yeah.
we like when we were growing up we used to see them be like whoa, this is some old tech.
Old ass, some
People
old
be
tech.
seeing DVDs now and they're like, yo, what the fuck is this old shit?
Oh why did my 13-year-old sister, right? I showed her my DVD my Walkman, my circular DVD or CD player, and she was like, "What is that?" And I felt so old. I'm like, "No way, no way."
Oh, that's
She's like,
great.
"What?" She like, "Why would you carry?" She literally said, "Why would you carry this big clunky thing in your pocket when you can just play it on your phone?" I said, "Well, back then we couldn't play it on our phones."
That's amazing.
I'm like, "Oh," I'm like, "So this is what my grandparents feel like when they say back in my day we used to do this."
Yeah, bro. Imagine 20 years from now, we're gonna be thinking of this kind of shit and talking to our like grandkids or kids or whatever,
Yeah, bro.
and things are gonna be like way like advanced by like tenfold, and we're gonna be like, damn, back in my day.
40 years, like 35 years from now, we're going to be like, back in my day, we used to have to actually like put our foot on the gas pedal to get the car to go. Now we
Yeah,
just think it.
that's that.
Yeah,
Ah, oh man, I can't wait. If I ever get enough money to buy a Tesla one day, that would be crazy.
yeah, man. So I'm like, so like the like physical media is it's going away. Be prepared for it. Like,
Oh
don't get me
yeah,
wrong. I'm a nostalgic person. Trust me. I love the you can ask my girlfriend, my mom. I always am reminiscing about the good old days. Whatever, for like a lot of days. Sometimes I'll be like, man, bro, I wish we could go back to college and do it all over again.
yeah, 100%.
But
I
like
mean, I love nostalgia.
same, but like I also am aware of the fact that the future is coming if it's not already here,
Yeah.
and the future is an all digital future.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's just it's at this point it's kind of inevitable. Um,
Yes.
yeah, and now what that's why I want to go back a little bit. Because now we're talking about like the idea of removing physical media, which is why
Yeah.
I like the idea of the Xbox Game Pass again. Because if you're
Hell yeah.
gonna own a console, if the idea of a physical disc is no longer gonna be really relevant, which I really don't think it is. Like I feel like it's just gonna slowly and I a lot of people even on console nowadays they just install the games
Yeah.
it's like through like a
Digitally.
digitally, yeah. Which is why I really think a lot of companies are gonna adopt the idea of like a Game Pass.
Yep.
So I think the Game Pass is such a fantastic idea for something
Oh,
like that.
they do. Like so like you have Game Pass, which is like king. Creme de la creme, right?
Yeah.
But PlayStation had no choice but to create their own
Mm-hmm.
Game Pass. It's trash.
It
It's
is.
garbage. But they made one anyway. Nintendo got their own system. But so does EA. They have what is it? EA Play.
Wait, really?
Yes, they have EA Play. Ubisoft has Ubisoft Plus.
Oh, I had no idea. That's kind of
And
funny.
if you buy like the premium edition for both of those subscriptions, you get their like new games day and date on that subscription service.
That's cool.
So like we're already there.
Yeah.
We already in like in my now I will say like the subscription model may not catch fire as soon as we think it is, and that's just because. So here's the thing, right? Stepping back just a little bit, when we were talking about layoffs and PlayStation, PlayStation and the console period are plummeting. I think Microsoft and Sony saw the pandemic years, 2020, I'll just say 2020 to 2022, as like, oh, look at this astronomical growth in the games industry. And they thought that it would stick. But little did they take into account, they only like that those 2 years of game, that the gaming industry only saw such a enormous egregious boost was because everyone was on lockdown. No one could leave their homes.
Mm-hmm.
So like you were either playing a game or you were like reading a book or like walking around your neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah.
So whatever numbers they were looking at, it was not going to be sustainable. However, mobile gaming is the only is the only out of consoles, out of consoles, PCs, cloud, mobile gaming is the only one that has been sustained since the pandemic. And that's because everybody got a supercomputer in their pocket. It's called your phone.
Yeah, yo, honestly, yo, my phone be popping off with. I mean, I'll be honest, I play a lot of phone games. Mainly, mainly one, which is Punching Gray Raven. But I mean, I do that on PC too. But mainly, I do play it on
Yeah.
my phone a lot. Um, and I mean, that game runs pretty fucking well on my phone. I'll be honest. Yeah, and
Bro.
whenever I get some downtime, you know, if I'm taking a poop at work or something, you know, I just like hop
Yeah, bro.
on, play a little bit, and then you know go back and do my thing. It's been massive. I mean, the mobile gaming space is huge.
Huge.
That's actually crazy. There's people like and you know what's crazy? Mobile gaming, the age of consumers. I'm trying to sound smart here. The age of consumers ranges pretty widely too. So like I've seen people at the gym, you know, people that are like probably in their like late 50s, early 60s, they be playing smartphone games.
Yep.
I know family members that be playing smartphone games all the time.
Yep.
It's
My grandma.
massive. Yeah.
My grandmother's on mobile. That's crazy. Like that's crazy. Listen to that sentence. My grandmother that didn't have not trying to age her. That didn't she when she was a little girl coming up, they didn't have video games.
Yeah.
That the whole video game thing was something new that came out when my mom was a little girl.
Mhm.
And even my grandmother is on mobile, bro. Playing Candy Crush, Farmville. Bro, it's the mobile gaming scene is crazy.
It's the meta. It's an absolute current
Literally.
meta at the moment. It's
Yeah, it's the current meta.
It's insane. You know what's the meta? You know what's the meta right now? Mobile gaming and gotcha.
Yep.
Those are the two meta picks right now for if you want to get into a massive amount of money. Just putting it out there. Everybody want to make some other really cool mobile games, you know?
Learn how to make an app on iOS or Android or iOS and Android. How about that?
Just make a gotcha game just make a mobile gotcha game that you can port the PC, and you have absolutely millions of dollars just rolling in your pocket.
Yep. And it's crazy, bro, because that shows us whether bro, look. We got Fortnite mobile, COD mobile, mobile, Apex mobile.
Yo, you ever play them on mobile? It's actually kind of crazy.
It gets cracked on there, like in the best way.
Yeah, you ever play PUBG Mobile?
Bro.
Yeah, when it first came out, I played it. We were in college when it came out. And
Yeah.
I played it when it first came out, and it was the jankiest shit I've ever played. But it was honestly so much fun. And I remember I think we did a duo, and we somehow won won. Like I don't know if it was like a multi-platform thing or it was all PC or all mobile players, but it was the jankiest shit, and it was honestly so much fun to play on your mobile phone.
Yeah.
Just fucking like where we drop in mobily, you know, it's just like it just hits different. I don't know what it is.
Literally. It's completely different. It's like
I couldn't imagine Fortnite, yo. Fortnite would be sick.
Fortnite is crazy. I mean, I never played it on mobile, but like I had a friend in college that played it, and he was like, "Bro, I'm in class playing Fortnite, and it's like, it is so much fun." But that this is going to show you, and again, to tie this into an earlier topic, literally, the three biggest games that I can think of: Fortnite, COD, Minecraft, and Apex. They're all multi-platform. They're not locked to a PlayStation or Xbox or PC. They're everywhere. Yeah. Console, PC, your phone, your tablet. As long as you can get internet connection, you can play any of these games.
And the fact that they're probably the biggest games on console too is the funniest thing to me.
That part, bro. That
It's
part.
so fucking funny to me, man. It's like, all right, yeah, we'll have exclusive single player game or single title, whatever, single player titles.
Yeah.
But we all know at the end of the day, these motherfuckers just be playing COD and Fortnite on their consoles.
Literally, the COD box. That's why PlayStation was so frightened when Microsoft bought ABK, because they're like, bro, that's our bread and butter.
Mhm.
Please don't take that from us.
Man,
And I'm like, everything points to future PC day and date for everything. I mean, Xbox already does it, but PlayStation, you next.
yeah.
You're next. So this little game, there's a little game that just came out. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Oh, yes. Yes. I'm so excited. I
And I'm
know.
just like,
Yeah.
whew. I'm not a big Final Fantasy fan, but everyone I've seen on YouTube is like, hey man, this. So like, again, looking at the numbers for Helldivers, where the majority of the concurrent player base, is on PC. You can, and then after Hiroki Totoki and an investor's call said, we need to have first party games everywhere on as many platforms as possible. You mean to tell me that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth ain't coming to PC sooner than we think?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's estimated for a May PC release date, which is a 3 month gap, which is absolutely huge. Like it's so fast. I wasn't expecting it at all. I'm like 98% sure that it's coming out and it has a May release date for PC.
It's
Um,
got to.
I'm
Well,
I'm
not.
yeah, I believe they said it's estimated for May, which is insane
Bro.
if that's true because that even goes back to the idea of if Xbox is talking about removing exclusivity and they're saying it's going to happen within the next 5 to 10 years. Well, lo and behold, fucking a month later after they say it, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out. or not PC5, PS5. Tomorrow 3/1/24. Today's what, February 29th.
Yes, sir.
So Final Fantasy VII Rebirth plans on coming out tomorrow, 3 or March 1st, 2024, whatever. With an estimated release date for PC on May, which is 3 months from now.
Yeah.
3 months, only 3 months for a massive exclusive type of game. Which I know this is the second part of the Final Fantasy VII remake. I know part one's been on PC for a while, but just the idea of them not waiting over a year for a game like that to come out on PC it's really it's a step in the right direction for
Yeah.
slowly easing out of exclusivity, and
And yeah.
it just feels good, until one day we'll finally get that. Hopefully, one day we'll finally hear word of a full PC day and date for games instead of a gap in between, which we'll see how it goes. I don't know.
We'll see how it goes, but like the fact that the PSVR 2 is getting PC support to work with the Windows interface and OS, that's all you need to know, man.
That's honestly, it's a step in an even better direction. I've
All
been
you need is TikTok. It's
Yeah.
only a matter of time
I
before you get that. Before you get that that's Sony State of Play, and we're going to be launching The Last of Us 3 day and date on PC.
Oh, dude, I'd freak out. No, I will say if they ever decide to have their VR, like their PSVR, if they ever decide to fully port it over for PC users, I would 100% go and buy one because they're actually unironically really good.
Yeah.
I've had the same Oculus that I haven't really like touched because my room is so small. But it's a really old Oculus Rift, and the MetaQuests are really good. Like the MetaQuests are like they're pretty good. Like I know the newest ones coming out are they just been advancing them more and more every year. But I know for a fact that the PSVR system and like the headset and everything, it's actually like phenomenal. And I've heard really good reviews on it. So imagine being able to imagine this, right?
Yep. I'm imagining.
Imagine being Sony and putting your equipment, the stuff that you sell, you're putting your not just consoles, putting your VR headsets and other bullshit out online for people to buy and use for PC and not just the PlayStation. Coming from somebody that doesn't own a fucking PlayStation right now, aka me, saying that I'll go out and buy a PSVR headset and give Sony my money to buy a PSVR headset to play games on my PC. Should just it just makes sense. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It just works, you know? It just works. As wise words from my not illegal. Oh my god. What's the word that you would say? Uh what is it? Not illegal. Something dad. Oh, whatever you always say about Todd Howard and me. Illegitimate, yeah, my illegitimate father. Not illegal. Wise words. It just works. They should, and if they should just, and again, it's kind of the idea of exclusivity again. Just stop making things exclusive for PlayStation consoles and just let us have fun with it and we'll give you money.
Yep.
It's like an infinite money simulator or an infinite money glitch.
Literally, because like it's just not going to work. The way that the market is, the way that the industry is, it can't work. Like the fact again, the Sony leaks, $300 million to make a AAA game.
Yeah.
That only launched on one platform. Come on, man. What you want me to say about that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate to say but it's just such a massive loss of revenue.
It's a massive loss of revenue, but it's like, hey man, what you want me to say? Like,
yeah,
you want to play by the old ways, okay? You can die by the old ways too.
yeah, I 100% agree.
But before we move on to the next topic, we want to digital rights media. So
Oh yeah, that's right.
we've been glazing. You know, the digital era is coming up. But let's talk about some of the bad, and that's your digital rights media. And this would my biggest fear about the digital media era is the fact that I feel like this is going to be because Sony's already engaged in bad practices. I don't know if you remember, but like a year or two ago, this couple reported buying a movie off of PlayStation digitally, but when PlayStation removed that movie off of their store, it also removed it from that couple's PlayStation.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that.
And they were like, "Hey, we bought the movie. Why we bought this $25 movie? Why did you took it off our console?" And basically the response was something along the lines of like, "Well, technically you bought a license to watch the movie for as long as it was on our platform." So that's my biggest fear with the digital age is, will we truly own any and every game we buy? Will we truly own it?
Yeah, I believe I from what I've heard recently about people speaking of this, it's sort of like you're not buying to own, you're buying to it's some, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you're buying the rights to use it, but you're not buying the rights to own it, if that makes sense. So like if I'm buying a game nowadays, instead of buying it to literally own it and do what I want with it, I'm buying it just to be able to use it. So now it's kind of like the idea of, okay, with digital rights being it's a very new, I think it's a very new topic, newish for this type of conversation, because I know you mentioned before that I wanted to actually talk about as well for DRM. You said that some consoles have a digital rights management. I don't know how it works, but there's there's like a thing that stops people from being able to
Like
download like Steam and like be able to like play
basically,
other things that are not Xbox or PlayStation owned.
yeah. So basically, like when you own a console, an Xbox or a PlayStation, you are effectively locked into what that console allows you to access. So, for example, you have to, you can't like you can. From what I remember, from when I used to play on Xbox, I couldn't go to Steam and like log into my Steam account. I had to literally open my phone or open my laptop to get into Steam, and that's
Wow.
because by design the consoles are, hey, you can't go there. That's not our platform.
I wonder
Oh
how that'll change within the next or how that'll change things. It's kind of like I don't know how if this is a good example. It's kind of like DMCA. You know how like
yeah,
DMCA was never a thing
yeah,
until recently with because now things are becoming a lot more like digital. And I feel like DMCA just came out of absolutely like, it literally came out of nowhere. It felt
literally,
like it was
literally.
it literally was like there was no problems, no problems, no problems, and then like 3 or 4 or 5 years ago, all of a sudden everything is just like DMCA, DMCA, DMCA. You can't do this. You don't have the right to do that. You can't. You don't own this. You can't use that and this. It's like, all right, man. Like I just wanted to play a song in the background. It's like
Right.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
don't I
right.
don't I don't know how to like I don't even know. It's like impossible to own anything digitally anymore. It's what it feels like.
You don't.
Um and it's and I feel like this whole digital rights management is where it could have its good. I feel like it's gonna have a lot of bad. Like
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna be another DMCA, which is kind
Well,
of shitty, but
yeah.
you know, it is what it is, I guess.
You know, my honest opinion, what I think is going to happen is you're going to have a lot of good, or sorry, you're going to have a lot of bad before you have a lot of like a lot of good.
Yeah.
I think companies will use the new digital age to kind of like test and see where consumers will draw the line. I mean, I gave you the example earlier. Sony took away that couple's movie,
Hmm.
but no one batted an eye because, well, it's just a movie. But what happens when it's your $70 game? And not only your $70 game, what happens when it's your $70 game that you put $500 in microtransactions into?
Yeah.
What then? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I need to look into uh TRM more because it's my first time hearing about it right before we started this episode.
yeah.
So I'm gonna look into it more because I'm genuinely curious about where it's gonna lead to and what it's like what's involved in. From the looks of it, I was looking at like there's like different types I'm looking at right now, which I'll share on the post edits and stuff.
Yeah.
They're showing DRM is in things like hard like actual like DVDs and discs. Um,
Yeah.
but it's not like the actual like physical item itself. It's within like it's the shit within the actual like software within it. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
so like this like the CD keys. There's
Yep.
there's like online activations. I guess there's like account based stuff. So like it says once a game is purchased or redeemed, the copy is tied to a specific email account. Therefore requires an online activation. So you need like
Yeah.
an actual um cloud gaming, which I know we're gonna talk about as well. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be it sounds like from the sounds of it, it's gonna be a very big deal when it comes to a digital um
I'm telling you, man, it's gonna get
lifestyle.
worse before it gets better.
Yeah, I think people will have to just do what they can until things start to like even out.
Girl, yeah, like people. Well, we as like a community, as a gaming community, we have to be able to draw the line early and and stand on business. We can't like half-ass draw the line and oh, but like because it's my favorite company, like hey, that's okay. No. We draw the like you will not take our games away from us and expect us to continue to give you money.
Yeah.
Otherwise we'll just go to pirating.
Oh yeah, dude. Hiring has become even bigger than it used to be too.
Otherwise we all becoming a member of the Straw Hats. We all becoming pirates. So it's interesting because piggybacking from this topic with to the XCloud and basically like just cloud gaming in general. It'll be interesting to see because with XCloud, you posed a great question to me like last week when we talked about the anime episode, which was off air. Which was, what about the gamers that don't care to own a PC and they only use a gaming console?
Yeah, there's I want to explain how we got in this conversation. So I
Yeah.
was talking with a friend recently, and I always try and jokingly get them because they don't own anything other than an Xbox, and that's all they've ever owned, just an Xbox, and the only games that they play on the Xbox, funny enough, is COD and Fortnite and Apex probably. I don't know much about the Apex part, but I know for a fact COD because he tried to get me to to play COD with him a lot recently, which I don't want to spend the money on COD.
Right.
I refuse. Right. So I'm talking to him and I'm like, hey, you should why not just get a PC, save yourself having to buy another console, and you can play a plethora of games other than COD.
Yeah.
And he goes, why would I do that? I have COD. And I said, fuck. I said, why would you only play one game, or why would you only lock yourself to the hardware of only being able to play one game?
Right.
And he's like, well, I enjoy the game, so it is what it is. And I was like, man, there's so much out there that we could play together. He's like, why would I do that when we could just play COD together? It's a multi-platform game. And I was like, man, that's not the point I'm trying to make here.
Yeah.
So, long story short, he refuses to get a PC, which is sure, it's understandable. There are people out there. There's a lot of people out there that I know that I don't know, but that definitely are in that same boat where they don't want to care about a PC. They don't know anything about a PC. They don't want to have to deal with the hardware. They don't want to have to deal with the software. I get it. They just want to plug the bitch in, play. And sure, it makes sense. It's good. And I know this conversation is gonna it's kind of good because it leads into our next topic. I think is going to be about cloud gaming. Which it's in a good ish. No, I shouldn't say goodish. It's in an okay spot. I still don't think. I think it has a long way to go. Mainly due with like latency and just a lot of other like factors themselves. I mean, it's in a decent spot, but nothing that I feel like is
Crazy. Yeah.
it's not there yet. Yeah, it's not there for me to justify that the kid only has a motherfucking console and nothing else. You know?
Yeah. So here's my take on cloud gaming is that you the only thing holding cloud gaming back is can you connect to the internet? And let's be honest, outside of America, hell even in some places in America, but mostly outside of America, where are you going to get 4G, 5G internet to play your game, to play Warzone or Fortnite Mobile or whatever on your phone or on your tablet or on the go? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you going to
Yeah.
get the internet from?
I
Even if you can find the internet, will it last? Your entire train ride to work, bus ride to work.
Yeah, I'm actually curious about that because I don't know. I know that there's a lot of places in the world that have internet as good as us, but I also know that there's a lot of places in the world that are not as developed when it comes to stuff like that. That still run off of older satellites and stuff. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, don't quote me on it, but um, Yeah, it's actually an interesting idea. I never really thought about that. Uh, there are definitely a lot of places in the world that probably don't have like a 5G network to run
Yep,
off of, which which
exactly.
sucks because then that means if you want to do like a cloud gaming style, you're kind of fucked. 'Cause everything at that point, everything is gonna run. From my understanding of cloud gaming, everything would run uh obviously in the cloud, like the software itself will run in the cloud, but something like that tends to have a lot of problems when it comes to like slowness, latency, uh, having a constant internet connection, which
Yeah,
I mean that's a thing for literally 99% of everything else is having an internet connection, but still, I mean, I think a lot of it is also dependent on the hardware that you're running it off of, I believe. I don't
that
know how true that
that
is.
good point.
Um, but yeah, it's in an interesting spot. I would say that it's definitely a really cool concept, and I really hope it thrives. But I don't see it as
Yeah,
good. I don't think it's that good right now.
I mean, I've heard from like because I watch kind of funny games a lot. I've heard from some of the co-hosts like Snowbike Mike, Gary, and
Okay.
Paris that they've played Halo or Gears on their phone while they were like on a plane ride or something, or so I it works, but again, not everybody has that internet access. You know what I'm saying? Like I briefly talked about it before. Like certain neighborhoods in America have like the fiber optic wiring and shit, and
Yeah.
and some people don't. Like I don't. Not
Yeah.
in my neighborhood. Hell no. We not paying for that in my neighborhood.
Yeah, my neighborhood guys thankfully has it's all dependent on the wire. So with my little bit of networking knowledge that I've learned from work, uh there's the I don't know if it would be if you would consider it the demarcation point, which is usually the point of a building where the internet outside comes in, so like the actual
Yeah.
cable itself. So I have the cables that run on the poles and everything. Or I
Mhm.
don't know if they're all. I don't believe they're underground. I believe it's all up on those like those wooden poles and shit. There's a part outside. Usually, it's like a small box of some sort, and they route it's like a fiber cable or like a copper coaxial or copper like it's depending on um the money, I guess, in the town, because fiber is a lot more expensive, but it runs a lot faster. And copper is where is was like the best, or it was the go-to until fiber came out, and now copper is still really good. It's used widely still. And it's a lot cheaper. It's just a lot less it's a lot like you won't get, I believe you won't get gigabit on copper.
Yeah.
I think that's where fiber takes over. Um, but yeah, fiber optic it's massive. It's just really expensive.
Yeah.
And coming so with like putting like the cable. So sorry, let me digress a little bit.
No, you good. You good.
So the cable, like the fiber optic cable going in to your home, which there's usually most homes usually have like a specific little like box, either like in like a basement or like somewhere, where the cable outside comes in. They plug it
Yeah.
into a modem, which gives them the internet access from the ISP. Then the ISP, or then either them or us, will take an Ethernet cable, route it to a router somewhere in our house, which provides the network connectivity for the computers and all that, like the Wi-Fi, all that fun jazz. So,
Yeah.
um, that's from that's me going off script trying to explain this shit, but fiber is, long story short, fiber is expensive but gives you insane speeds.
Yeah, man.
Copper is the second best, which has been around for a long time, and gives close to gigabit but not quite there, I believe.
It's right there now.
So, and I'm telling you right now, there's not a lot of places. There's a lot of places, but there's not a lot of places around the world that have fiber optic. A lot
No.
of people don't have fiber optic.
No.
Like there's a place in Florida, for example, that I was thinking about moving to Florida at some point, and one of the towns that I wanted to move to didn't have fiber optic. I was like, guess I ain't going there then.
Yeah, literally.
So yeah, it's all very dependent. Sorry, now we so yeah we let's digress back to cloud gaming, but yeah, it's very dependent on a lot of aspects for cloud gaming. So it's interesting. I don't know though.
Yeah.
I'm skeptical at the moment.
I'm I have proof of concept, so like I'm less skeptical than you.
Okay.
And then also like Xbox putting Game Pass on certain smart TVs and stuff like. So clearly they believe in it to put it on, smart TV, to put Game Pass on smart TVs, to be able to access it from your phone, and all you need is you can Bluetooth pair your controller to your phone and stuff like. Apparently, they believe in it, right?
Yeah.
They're a $1 trillion company. I will never doubt the financial and business prowess of a $1 trillion company.
I wouldn't either.
Like if I had the type of prowess, financial and business prowess that Microsoft, I wouldn't be working my job. No offense to that job, because I
Yeah.
need it. But my ass be a trillionaire.
Yeah.
I'd be sleeping right now,
I'd be sleeping on
getting
a
up
pile
at
of money.
yeah. I'm saying, hey, Scrooge McDuck head ass sleeping on a pile of coins. Literally, bro. So I'm like, and then because Microsoft believes in XCloud so much, right? And we talked about digital gaming and mobile gaming being the only pillar of the gaming industry that has maintained the growth that it had over the pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm.
It makes me believe that the rumors of this Xbox handheld console are true. If they want you to play it everywhere, your smart TV, your cell phone, your tablet, they want you to be on Game Pass and be able to access your Xbox and Xbox account and Game Pass account everywhere. Why not go to Switch route and create a handheld that can be docked?
Yeah. I mean, did you see how successful the Steam Deck is?
The Steam Deck and the ROG Ally, bro.
Yeah, I honestly, my ass wants to buy a Steam Deck right now too. My brother bought one recently, and they're amazing. So imagine if Xbox made their own and PlayStation made their own, then compete against the Switch and stuff, or just not even compete against, but just to have in general. I shouldn't disregard to compete against. But imagine if they had their own handheld for cloud gaming aspect like that. That would be amazing. That's like another way of selling a console, I guess, in a way, but like a smarter way of selling a console.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks is that they're just competing against Steam Deck at that point.
At that point,
Because I'm pretty sure, I don't know. Don't quote me on this. I don't know how true this is, but I'm pretty sure you can download Game Pass on the Steam Deck and play some games.
Bro, I've heard that you can, like, I've heard that people have like pulled up Game Pass on their Steam Deck. Let me just confirm that Game Pass on Steam Deck. Game Pass.
I'm pretty sure. I heard a few things. I don't know how true it is though.
Can you play Game Pass on Steam Deck? Yes, you can play Game Pass on Steam Deck.
That's crazy. So
Steam Deck is a handheld device that runs on the Windows OS, and you can install and run the Xbox app on it. And with the Xbox app, you can access and play all the games available on Game Pass.
Yeah. So the idea of an Xbox handheld is cool. They just need to know that they're fighting another battle. You know?
They fight another battle, but like again, man, I spoke earlier about it. If they're going third party eventually, anyway.
Yeah.
Why not get the ball rolling sooner?
Yeah. No, you're right.
Look, man, like I'm tired of buying these clunky ass plastic boxes.
That's why I haven't bought one in years.
If I can have just my PC and then a handheld Xbox and a handheld, if I can have my handheld Xbox, my Switch, and a handheld PS5 and all three of them can be docked like the Switch.
Yeah.
Come on, man. What you
Yeah.
talking about, bro?
Yeah. That would be pretty sick. I'll be honest.
You
That,
talking about, bro?
maybe that's gonna be the next meta.
The next wave, yeah, that next
Handheld,
meta.
handheld cloud
Handheld.
gaming.
We going back to the PSP days, boys. Let's go.
I wonder. I gotta look into cloud gaming more. Before I confirm any of what I'm about to say. I wonder how true. It is. I wonder like how if you say y'all want to download a game off of like the cloud and then play it offline. I wonder if you could download it locally, like the actual like game itself, and then take the Xbox handheld, take the Steam Deck, whatever, on like a plane, put it on airplane mode, and then play games like Dark Souls, play games like Elden Ring, play games like fucking Power World. I don't know.
Yeah,
Skate 3. I don't fucking know. Um,
you should.
I believe I don't. I believe it's. I believe you can. It's kind of like downloading songs on Spotify offline to listen to
Yeah.
them. I would
Or
I
like
would
when you,
assume
or
it's
like,
I would assume it's the same thing. Cause
or
you're
like when you download like movies off Netflix.
yeah. Like, I would assume it's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
It's probably something I should have thought about, but it's something I literally just thought about now as we're talking about cloud gaming. But I think that I'm pretty sure that's like the big selling point. I'd assume of cloud gaming is being able to play them offline. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but obviously you just need an internet connection to download the shit beforehand. Um,
Yeah. According to Steam, they do have an offline mode for their Steam Deck for both like their um for both their app and the Steam Deck where you can play offline, but like if it's a multiplayer game, you need internet access. But if it's like a single player game, you can
yeah,
download it and play it offline.
well,
So
yeah, that's just
theoretically,
normal.
yes.
Yeah,
So yeah, bro, like you could be like, hey, I'm gonna play, I don't know, I'm gonna play Borderlands 3.
yeah.
I'm gonna download it and then I'm gonna play it while I'm on this flight to Florida or flight to wherever. You know, next time you take a flight to Egypt, get you a Steam Deck, bro.
Yeah,
Get
honestly,
you a
no,
Steam-
I swear to God, I was thinking about it after that fucking 17-hour flight, bro. I was like, man, I should have just bought a Steam Deck. I was like, it was so because it was so funny. We were talking about before we went to Egypt. We were talking about getting a Steam Deck. We were like, yo, I wonder if we should just invest in a Steam Deck and then we could play Baldur's Gate 3 because this is when we were still finishing Baldur's Gate 3
Yeah,
and we were like, and we were both me and we were talking about it, we were like, man, maybe we should just invest in Steam Decks and then we'll just play Baldur's Gate 3 offline
yeah.
on one of our Steam Decks. And obviously we're poor, so we never did, but yeah, I think it's such a good idea. I think having a handheld gaming console like that is such a cool idea.
Yeah,
So
bro.
I could see Xbox and PlayStation doing it.
That's why I'm like I love my Switch, bro. Because
Yeah.
can you imagine trying to like we're gonna speak this into existence, Matt? Can you imagine? I can imagine, but can you imagine the day where the gaming DegenZ podcast has over 250,000 subscribers, and we're getting flown out to a Summer Games Fest or Dice Awards or the Game Awards, and we playing, I don't know, you and I playing you and I playing Lethal Company on a flight out to California.
Yeah, man. It's such a cool idea. Oh, it's such a cool idea. Man.
I just loved it because like otherwise you have to like unplug your console, put it in a duffel bag, take the cords with you, make sure that the TV in the hotel you're staying in can actually plug up. Man, it's too much work.
Yeah. No, and handheld's gonna be the new meta, 100%.
Because
I'm calling it now.
everybody's on the move. You're already on your phone playing games.
Yeah.
Why not put the rumored Switch 2 coming out next year in your backpack? And while you at it, put it next to the handheld Xbox and the handheld PS5 and
Ah,
PlayStation.
shit. So you know about the Switch 2 coming out?
Yeah,
That was the
yeah,
big I know we're getting off topic real quick, but that was the big rumor that I heard for the direct
yeah, man.
that we haven't watched yet. Which man, they
Woo.
we gotta wait a whole ass year for the Switch 2, bro. This shit better be
Hey,
good, man.
it don't matter to me, bro. It don't. We already gotta wait. I don't know about you. I don't know if you're in GTA, but we're already gotta wait a year for GTA 6. Might as well. What?
Oh shit! I didn't wait. Is there a release date on that already?
2025
Oh wow!
release year.
Oh wow! Oh,
But was it Take Two?
it takes
Not
two.
it. Not It Takes Two. The company Take Two.
Oh,
I guess they. I guess they're the parent company to Rockstar. They said that they expect a huge uh quarter from like early 2025. So I don't know, man.
that's
We
kind of.
might be getting a spring release for next year, bro.
No, that would be crazy. Imagine like a April May release for GTA 6.
The messed up part is the fact that they're not putting it day and date on PC. It's only going to be on PlayStation and Xbox.
Ah, we ain't there yet, I guess.
We ain't there, yeah, bro.
Maybe
We
they'll
ain't
maybe they'll
there.
realize within a year. They'll be like, maybe we should go back on our word. Guys, we're just joking.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. It was in the moment. We didn't know. I apologize. Day and day PC. Like, all right, you're good, bro. You're valid for that one. It's all good,
you're
man.
valid. You're
You're
valid.
valid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're valid.
you're
You're
good,
valid.
man. Uh,
So,
but other than all that, I know it looks like you worked on a few more things uh
um,
that
I was just gonna wrap the conversation by like talking about what's next for like
yeah.
the future gaming.
Yeah, I actually in the first one that you said with looking here, you mentioned early access and game previews. I will say this. I like the idea of early access, uh, but you have to do it. And that's gonna be so vague when I say this. I like the idea of early access only if you do it right, where
Mm,
you're put out early access and you're constantly updating the game and
yeah,
giving like taking constant feedback from people, updating the game constantly.
yeah,
Like really working with the community and the company, whatever. You're the best example I can give because they have the best early access uh standing that I've ever seen was Sons of the Forest. They
yeah,
brought the game out early access. It was in early access for I want to say a little over a year. At one point it just came out recently, which I'm really excited to play. So we played when it just got released. Yeah, so it was a year ago. It was out for a year. So came out, and they literally had when you buy the game, you load it up in the early access, in the top left of the title screen or the beginning whatever, it literally
yeah,
says next update in this many days, and then and when you get closer to that day, they'll literally be a community post that says this update's gonna contain all this bullshit, and we're like, God damn, these people are going crazy.
yeah,
So it gives the company an idea of what people want to expect. It gives people the idea to play the game and realize what they're getting themselves into. It gives the company more money to be able to work on making the game better and adding all the updates. And it also gives both parties a takeaway of what's good, what's bad, what's buggy, what's not buggy.
yeah.
Uh, that they did early access perfect, in my opinion.
Hell yeah,
Some
cause like
people don't do early access very well. Uh, I can't think of any big names right now, but I do know.
yeah, I
I
know
know
what
I
you're talking
know
about.
there are some recent ones that weren't that well. Uh, but yeah, that would be like the best idea of like an early access and game previews. I kind of wanted to hear your take on that as well because I don't really understand what you mean by game. Are you talking
They're
about like demos?
it's basically the same. Like Power World is technically a game preview
How so?
because Xbox labeled it as a game preview on their like in their store.
I don't understand what that means.
So basically, it's like, hey, the developers wanted it to be released on Steam but we don't want to sell this as a finished product here on Xbox. So we're going to call it a game preview. It's basically an early access game.
Yeah, it just sounds like their way of just taking away the idea of it being called early access.
Yeah, it's really all it is because Power World is technically an early access game.
Yeah, 100% it is.
But I think that like a game preview, and I think that's just Microsoft's way of being like it's early access, but like this doesn't. We don't want to scare like our normie game, our normie.
Yeah, I think it's just the Microsoft's way of just making it sound more professional,
Yeah.
which all right makes sense. I
Oh,
I
here
also
it is. Here it
I
is.
also want wish people because there was actually a demo. Oh, sorry, you got. I actually want you to show that or talk about that first.
So it says early access, also known as alpha access, alpha funding, or a paid alpha, which is what Power World is. It's also what Lethal Company is. I didn't know that. Lethal
Mm-hmm.
Company is also technically an early access game.
Yeah, it was.
Uh, there is no difference between early access and a game preview. Both early access / game preview is a funding model in the video game industry by which consumers can purchase and play a game in the various pre-release development cycles, such as pre-alpha, alpha, beta, while the developer is able to use those funds to add more content to the game as it develops. So it's basically the same thing. Microsoft just called it different because they always want to be fucking different.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it's literally just early access.
Yeah, it literally says Xbox Game Pass or Xbox period, Xbox Game Studios with the game preview logo basically means that they are a work in progress and may or may not change over time.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it's just their way of making it sound different.
Yeah.
Um,
So
there is one thing that's kind of similar, I guess, in a way. I would like to see a lot more demos of games be shown because
yes,
I feel like the idea of a demo got lost somewhere.
they got lost in like the GameCube PS2 era,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't know why. Like, it's. I mean, and I think it's starting to resurface more because there's Steam's been doing like Next Fests and stuff.
Yeah.
Which which is it's just a massive. I don't know if it's like a week long, whatever. It's just a massive set of like days or whatever where people will just throw out demos for their games, like and like then like trials for their games and give people an idea of like what to expect. And
Like
that I think is where I think people need to start even for triple. And I'm saying this a lot of as well for AAA titles because like for example let's say like for example Final Fantasy 7. You know, like I could go on YouTube and watch people do reviews, watch gameplay and stuff, but I feel like it's not the same as being able to play like a little snippet of it through a demo and then getting a really like a full understanding of, oh, this is how the game's gonna play. This is how I feel about me playing the game. You know, like I could watch you play the game, but I don't
yeah,
get the satisfaction or understanding of me playing the game. You know,
yeah.
so I think having demos should be. I really would love to see it get more normalized because I want a motherfucking demo for a motherfucking game so I can
Bro,
understand what the fuck I'm motherfucking buying. You know?
exactly. Do you realize, man? The last time I actually had a demo, last time I can remember playing a demo, Blockbuster still existed, man.
uh,
I remember my mom going to Blockbuster after we went to the grocery and she rented me Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Battle Nexus. And you could only have it for a week. But man, was that a fun week.
yo,
My mom, like, I made my mom go and rent it 3 more times before the finished version of the game came out. I miss those days, bro. Bring back demos, god dang
yeah.
it.
I don't know. I really don't know why they just up and disappeared for a while. I know they're coming back, but I just don't understand why they just decided to just go away. I was like,
The
man,
games industry's trash.
it just doesn't make sense to me.
It
I'm just one lowly kid
literally, bro. I'm
who
like,
just wants to play a demo.
I'm like, there's no way. And another game that I like that was in early access, Grounded.
Oh, is that the one with
When you get shrunk in the backyard.
yeah, like
Yeah.
honey, I Shrunk the Kids type of shit. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I gotcha.
Which that also came to Switch and PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm telling you, man, I feel like the early access slash game preview model is like the wave. It's going to be the next, like you, and I know we mentioned like handhelds being the next meta, but as far as the games are concerned, I think the early access slash game preview is the next wave. This next meta. It's got to be because like
Yeah.
if it's too expensive to make AAA games, well, what's as we're seeing, what's more lucrative?
Mm-hmm.
Early access, Lethal Company, Grounded, Power World. Uh, uh, um, I think, but wasn't Baldur's Gate 3 in like early access
It
too?
was in
Like
early access for like 3 years.
for like 3 years, yeah, on Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3 did
Uh,
it pretty well. They did it um well enough, I'd say. I mean, it wasn't like they weren't going like crazy with like updating the game itself, but it was more so of I would consider their early access like we let you play the game and go through and like go through some of the updates and like and stuff like that, but it wasn't as big of a early access, like we're gonna give you a lot of content to play. It was more of like a support type of thing. Like you could do like what's the word I'm looking for? You could pre-order games. Say a pre-order. It was like a pre-order. Like yeah, you could play the game early, but it wasn't to a state where it was like an early access style of. I don't know how to describe it. It was weird.
yeah,
Their early access was very weird. I don't know how
yeah,
else to say it other than that.
yeah,
It was more of a way for them to like say, hey, if you want to support us, you can get it now, and then we'll use that to make the game.
yeah. Like that reminds me of the last Epoch that
Oh,
just
dude,
came
yeah,
out.
I'm actually surprised. I've been watching a lot of because I want to say I have well over 1,000 hours in Path of Exile,
Mm,
and seeing that game really puts a smile on my face. I mean, I know they had a lot of
hell yeah,
server problems on launch date, but seeing that they're finally in like a full release is it puts a smile on my face, man. Because it actually looks like a
yeah,
fun game. It's in between Diablo like gameplay wise
yeah.
and difficulty. It's
Mm,
it's in between Diablo and it's like a good balance of Diablo and Path of Exile because Path of Exile is OD, but Diablo 4 is like easy mode, or
yeah,
Diablo in general is like easy mode. So
yeah,
if you take the good, like a little sprinkle a little bit of good from Diablo and sprinkle a little bit of good from Path of Exile, and then you know
yeah.
add some whatever the bad is that um yeah the game's actually decent. It actually like looks like a good game. Now, and then again, that's a good example of an early access game because
Really, another good example,
yeah.
Enshrouded.
Oh, yep,
I'm telling you, man, that's the meta. That's the meta.
yeah. I really do honestly like the idea of early access as long as it's done right.
Hell yeah.
But I do see some other things that you wrote down. I don't really know much about the next couple. Oh, the fourth one I understand. The next two I don't understand.
What the?
So who's Neil Druckmann?
Neil Druckmann. He's the director for The Last of Us Part Two.
Oh,
He's the game director for and he's working on Last of Us Part Three.
so you have here him leaving AAA games in general. So did he make a post about planning on?
He was interviewed at I think a recent award show
Okay.
and was asked, what's his future like, and it sounds like to me, my interpretation is he's gonna wrap up Last of Us 3 and then he might be done with AAA games because he mentioned that he wants to spend time with his family and he's like the position that I've been placed in after the success of The Last of Us. I don't really have much time for like friends and family and loved ones.
Yeah.
So it sounds to me like he's gonna wrap up Last of Us 3, however long that takes, and then that's gonna be his swan song for now.
And good for him. Let him retire.
Yeah.
He's probably
So,
he's done very well for the series.
but
So
I brought that up because in conjunction with the 900 layoffs from Sony Interactive Entertainment, aka PlayStation, and where they closed. I think that was it the Italy or the French. It was the French studio that they closed down. So like combining that, and then on top of that, The Last of Us multiplayer was just canceled like a few months ago.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, they've talked about factions for like 4 years, and then it just got canceled like 3-4 months ago.
That sucks.
So it makes me kind of wonder again, like we talked about it, or it's even stated here on the list, bro. Like triple A games are becoming too expensive to make.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's taking too much time and resources to make a game that may break even.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the whole world's getting fucked with interest rates and stuff. So
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine it hits equally as hard against, the companies that are making big games like this for which I mean it sucks to see that we're gonna have to that people are gonna have to start increasing the price of games because we're now seeing AAA games come out for like $70-$80. We'll probably end up seeing we'll probably end up seeing close to $100 at some point.
Jesus, man.
Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense. It sucks. Don't get me wrong. I mean, $100 is a lot of fucking money. But I think it kind of makes sense with how the world's starting to revolve. Because
Yeah.
I mean, we can't. $60 back then is probably a lot different today. If that makes sense. For selling a game. So I feel like it's like an equivalency. So selling a game at 60, selling a game at 70 is with like the amount of rises in price for everything. It's probably the equivalent of selling a game for 60 nowadays.
Yeah.
Or selling a game for 60 back then. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I got what you're getting at, bro. But it's just inevitably just going to make subscription services like Game Pass worth it.
Yeah. That's why I really think they made a really solid choice, and I think a lot of companies are going to follow suit with that, or they already are. But I think a lot of companies are going to try and like really dive deep into their Game Passes and their monthly subscriptions because damn well some people be fucking getting some monthly subscriptions and then forgetting about that bitch, and then the money be coming out and they don't even know. So just saying, it's kind of a marketing ploy.
Like, would you, bro? Microsoft setting up PlayStation for the epic fall because, God, for PlayStation's sake, don't let Microsoft and the Summer Game Fest come out and be like, oh yeah, the Call of Duty game that comes out this year is launching day and date on Game Pass. Don't let them do that, bro.
Yeah.
Don't let them do that. PlayStation gonna be in shambles, bro.
Oh man, imagine. I want to see people get real angry about about these day and date things just so I can laugh at them.
Yeah.
I want to see it so bad. I want to see the anger in people's eyes just so I can laugh at them.
I have been, man. Like literally, people be like, oh, an exclusive is what you use to define your console. Okay, well, yeah, that was the case back during like the PS2 GameCube era and the 360 PS3 era, but like it's 2024, and even then, like when 360 beat the dog shit out of the PS3, Xbox still couldn't outsell the consoles.
Mhm.
PlayStation 3 still dog walked 360 in terms of console sales. So like, what are you talking about? Clearly, Phil Spencer was onto something when he had said exclusives do not move the needle anymore.
Yeah. Nah, that man's cooking. I know for a fact he's cooking something.
Bro, he's ahead of the curve.
Yeah, he's cooking. I still think this type of conversation should have happened years ago though. Maybe there was something that I missed. Obviously I wasn't looking at the analytics as much as I am today. Now that we've been doing all this fun stuff. But yeah, I mean, There's definitely something that he's noticing, and
I mean,
I
Xbox has been pushing for the end of exclusivity for decades now.
but
Like some of like people don't recognize some of the 360 games that were quote unquote console exclusives ended up going to PlayStation like that last year of the life cycle. The only three games or franchise that didn't go to PlayStation 3 was Gears, Halo, and Forza.
yeah,
Every other thing that was quote unquote Xbox 360 exclusive ended up going to PS3 eventually.
interesting.
And again, even people, I swear, like these Xbots, they don't listen to what's being told to them
Yeah.
because your CEO of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, under law, under oath, in a court of law, said if he had it his way, nothing would be exclusive. He told you, if I had it my way, nothing would be exclusive.
Sounds like the perfect life. It sounds like a perfect world. It really
And
does.
you soft pretzel built dudes is literally out here in shambles. Well, Hi-Fi Rush and Sea of Thieves and Pentiment and Grounded are all going to PlayStation and Switch. It's only a matter of time for everything. He told you it was. The CEO of your parent company said, I want everything everywhere. And the question is not if, but when.
He's based.
There's a reason why Phil said in 5 to 10 years there will be no exclusives.
Phil's motherfucking based.
Because the chips the Gungi, Hunter fans, the Gungi board has already been set and the chips are already placed.
Just a matter of time at this point.
It's literally just we just gotta wait. We just gotta wait.
Well, I got time. Hopefully.
Yeah, right. Hopefully, like PlayStation, y'all don't buy games. We found that out from your CFO and from Jim Ryan when he told y'all last year, "Hey, the PlayStation fan base isn't enough." Your CFO Hiroki Totoki just told you 2-3 weeks ago we need to expand the PlayStation brand beyond PlayStation. What more needs to be said to y'all? Xbox is going full third party, and so is PlayStation. Give it time. And I can't wait to drink on the tears. I can't wait to drink on the tears.
Yeah. I'm just so excited to see all this gone. Oh, I just want to hey, listen, just it's gonna make a habit of saying it every podcast.
Yeah.
I just want God of War Ragnarok on PC, man.
Bring me Spider-Man 2 day and date PC. Bring me Wolverine day and date PC.
That'd be cool.
I throw my PS5 in the box and in the trash.
Bro, I'll lit it on fire for you. Yo, we can get a nice bonfire going with it.
Literally.
Light some cables on fire. I think it'll be a good time.
Let Wolverine come day and date the PC. I ain't never stopping. I'm gonna live on Twitter. I'm gonna be there for the arguments.
I'm
gonna be there.
I can't wait.
Some people that mind salt. I'm gonna be there drinking console warrior tears.
Shit. Well, I got nothing else to say. My throat hurts, and I ran out of water about 30 minutes ago. So
I got nothing else to say. But this, remember. When someone tells you who they are, believe them. A person's words hints at their true nature. A person's actions reveal their true nature. Remember what y'all CFOs and your head of the CFO of PlayStation, the head of Xbox told y'all. Remember that when what the CEO of Microsoft told y'all. Remember that. I want that to live in the back of your head, rent free like them games coming to multi-platform. I want that to live in the back of your heads. Because when that day comes. When PC day and date comes for both consoles. And Nintendo, your day gonna come too. We gonna talk
Oh,
about you when
dude,
it's your time, but
yeah, these motherfuckers,
we don't,
they ain't getting away, bro. They ain't trying to sneak away.
when Nintendo when it's your turn, we gonna call you. We gonna call you to the front of the pulpit, and we gonna give you your sermon too. But today's not your day. Today is just for the Xbox and the ponies.
Mm.
Your day is coming.
Amen, brother.
And as a PC owner, I can't wait. Take us out, Matt.
Well, thank you all for watching. If you made it this far, please don't remember to like, comment, subscribe if you like the comments. This has been Matt, August 8th. I've been joined by Keyshawn, Kid Lethal. And with that, guys, we out. Peace, peace.
We out. Peace, and stay a degenerate, folks.
See, I fucked up the outro again. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna make a habit of always fucking up the outro every time,
Yeah.
and we'll just go from there. But hey, I got a redemption. Ready?
All right.
Keyshawn, it's one thing that I missed. Always
What's that?
remember to stay degenerate.
Hell yeah.
Peace, peace.
Peace.